Example 1 says simplify the expression. And we have 3x squared minus 7x plus 14 plus 5x squared plus 4x minus 6. So because we're adding these things together, we can drop all of our parentheses if we want, or we can just focus on adding like terms. So our like terms are the things with the same variables. So over here I have a 3x squared, and over here I have a 5x squared. So I don't really need the parentheses, I'm just going to add these together. So 3x squared plus 5x squared equals 8x squared. And I'm just going to keep going. So negative 7x plus, because we're adding, we have this over here, a positive 4x. So negative 7 plus 4 is negative 3x. And then last but not least, we have a positive 14, and we're adding a negative 6. So we can write 14 plus negative 6, or you can just think of it as 14 minus 6. And we get 8. So now what I'm going to do is combine all of these together. So I have 8x squared minus 3x, and because that's a positive 8, I'm going to write plus 8. And there's our simplified expression. So I like to use colors. It really helps me. I know that's harder to do on the computer, but if you want to write this down in a notebook, and then you can color code at home. Okay, let's go down to example 2. It's a little bit more difficult. So we have simplify the expression. Do that. We have negative x squared minus 2x plus 4 minus x squared minus 2x plus 1. So let's just look at this right here, this part, the first part. We have negative x squared minus 2x minus 4. The one thing I want to point out, because sometimes we forget, the number that's in front of this x squared is 1. So it's technically a negative 1x squared. So I'm just going to rewrite this down here. So we have negative 1x squared. I'm going to drop the parentheses for right now. Minus 2x plus 4. Now, this minus sign in the middle here means that everything in here is going to switch signs. So instead of a positive x squared, we're going to have a minus x squared. Sorry. And not just a minus x squared, but a minus 1x squared. And then, instead of a 2x, we're going to have a minus 2x. And then instead of a positive 1, we'd have a negative 1. So it's just changing all of the signs inside of that parenthesis to the opposite sign. And because they're all positive, it's changing it to all negative signs. Okay, so now we're going to combine like terms. So it can be a little tricky with negative signs, so just go slow. We have a minus 1x squared here and a minus 1x squared here. So we have minus 1x squared minus 1x squared. And negative 1 minus 1 is negative 2. So it's negative 2x squared. You can also think of it as like adding another negative. Next we have negative 2x and negative 2x. So minus 2x minus 2x. Negative 2 minus 2 is negative 4, and the x. And again, you can think of it as negative 2x plus negative 2x. It's the same thing. It just depends which way you want to look at it. And then we have 4 and then a minus 1. So 4 minus 1 equals 3. So I'm just going to take this negative 2x, negative 4x, and this positive 3 and put them all together. So negative 2x squared minus 4x plus 3. Because remember, this is technically a positive 3. And there we go. So just go slow, and if you really need to use a calculator to double check those negatives, I would encourage it. Make it small so you can see the whole thing.